Good day, this is great. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2026. For me, another day of learning and growing. I hope that you, your family, friends, loved ones are doing well and staying safe. So I'm doing an impromptu vlog. I have a lot going on this weekend, so I won't be able to do it on Saturdays like I normally do it. Just wanted to jump on and just kind of share my thoughts about having completed a journey of paying off $115,041.89 of non-mortgage / consumer debt. For the most part, I did share the journey of doing that. I think when I started to present this on my channel, I had it was about a year into it, if I recall correctly, when I decided to go ahead and share the numbers. A bulk of the journey, I would say 80% of it, was just by cutting out expenses, learning how to budget, using my bonuses to pay towards the debt, not eating out as much and not nearly as much, cutting credit cards and consolidating debt at times, and then finally, ultimately, the last $30,000 or so was paid off from the sale of my house. Now, if the sale of the house didn't happen, it probably would take me another 2 years. So I was able to finish the journey in 5 years and 9 months, which, you know, is cool and it's over. But the hard part I'm finding is now that I've been debt free for a month, and I didn't look at it before I got on the video. It was like a month and 17 days. So not too long. I'm newly out of debt after only knowing debt my entire adult life. So I would say the tricky part now is just trying to navigate the next part of it. But the next part for me, which I decided and I talked about in the previous video, is to build a full emergency fund. So that's the plan, and to do it in 12 months. So if I hit that target, great. If not, I'm okay with hitting it in 15 months. That's fine. But the fact is that that's my primary focus right now. But also during that time, to learn how to invest and to continue to grow what I have, and to prepare for retirement, which is roughly 15 to 18 years, roughly. It depends on how I do things. If I do things right, then it could be 15. It could be sooner than that. Who knows? But I want to make sure I'm making all the necessary moves and doing the right things to be able to be in a position so that I can just enjoy my retirement years. And to, you know, my ultimate goal is to be able to retire and then do what I want. And doing what I want means to volunteer and to help others. And you know, over these past years and the years to come, I'm going to learn more about investing, learn more about well, not necessarily learn more about, but to systematize or make a system out of the things that I've created while trying to escape debt. So there were a couple of tools that I did use during this journey. Spreadsheet has always been my go-to to keep track of debt, because I kept track of debt month to month. So, you know, of course, I identified my number, and that number was $115,041.89. Yes, I have it memorized. And then from there, I tracked my monthly progress. So from month to month, I would see how much of a decrease or an increase there was. I'm happy to say that there was only maybe 2 months where I experienced where my debt went back up. 2 to 3 months out of that entire journey, my debt went back in the wrong direction. The last time was in January of this year, when I took out a loan for $6,000 to be able to cover some repairs at the home that I was selling, cover HVAC system and all that. And it worked out, so I was able to pay off all my debt. So the spreadsheet, yes, that's one of the tools, but I also use you need a budget, or YNAB, best known as. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to put graphics or anything on here because I'm just going to do this video and post it, and then I got to get ready for dinner. I got to take my medications, and I got to prepare for this weekend. So yeah, so you need a budget. Use that as a tool, and there wasn't much else, you know, tool-wise. But, you know, I would say, oh, and I had a debt dashboard. So I had a separate spreadsheet to keep track of what's, you know, my savings, what I had due for the month, when my pay periods were coming, and just things like that. But then I also had a debt dashboard, and the debt dashboard is where that's where I would keep the progress and show month to month how I did. Some of the things that helped was side hustles. So I did surveys mostly. Trying to think, that was probably most of my side hustle was doing surveys, and it worked out. So, the further I get removed from knowing that I had that type of debt, and to be living in this new lifestyle, I guess, not lifestyle, creep. That's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, I made a decision on a retirement investment that, it was a significant amount, but that money's going to do what it's supposed to do over the next 20 years. Essentially, it's an annuity. It's going to do what it's supposed to do over the next 20 years, growing interest. I can make contributions to it over the years. It's going to continue to grow. Great. I don't have to worry about it, but it was a sizable chunk, and it's a decision I've been pondering over for some time, but I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger today on that purchase. And so the next thing is to make sure I get that emergency fund built up. And so that was a hard decision right there, was whether or not I should take a sizable chunk of the money that I had left remaining from the sale of the home to build emergency fund right away, or to delay and then, let's say about a year from now, fund the annuity. But the interest rates are very good, and I said, you know what, I already know that my goal is to build a full emergency fund, so let me take a chunk of this money and purchase an annuity. And I did just that. So now I have an annuity, good to go. It's going to take a couple of days to finalize, but it's all happening. And also, I'm working on not in my budget, really want to get that off the ground and to be able to help as many people as I can, because, I know how lonely this journey can be. I know how it can feel to be in a huge amount of debt and feel hopeless. There are alternatives, of course. There is, bankruptcies. There's, debt consolidation, like I told you about, to help speed along the payoff process. And there are also some other services that they have, debt counseling services out there. I didn't utilize any of them. I know people that have. It worked for some, it doesn't work for all, but this worked for me. And if I can be, if my story can help you, great. That's all I care for. And like I said at the beginning of the journey, if I help one person, then that's fine, as long as I help somebody. As long as I'm speaking up and talking about these very difficult things, I'm okay. I'm doing the best that I can, and that's all I can ask for anybody else, is to do the best that you can to your abilities. So anyway, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I'm surprised it's even 8 minutes and 29 seconds, 30, 31, 30. Okay. I'm going to stop right here. But if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You know where to post my videos. You can find me at youtube.com/@NotInMyBudget. As always, thank you for watching. You all take care.